If you're looking for an app as a black person and you want to connect with other black people, well, the Black Social app is here. It's an absolutely a great app on Android and Apple. And make sure y'all go and check it out, man. Salute everybody. Welcome back to another video. I want to talk about Reggie Bush's ex-SideChick who has decided to diss him. He was on social media, and I'm gonna give y'all some background, but I just want to give y'all the gist of why I'm making this video. And I believe he put up a post with his son, and he was speaking about, you know, how he had an absentee father and he grew up basically with a stepfather, and it was like that there was a void there, and because of that he wanted to be the best father that he could be. Okay. And this post triggered his baby mother. And I want people to understand that, you know, with these black athletes, a lot of these guys do the same things with women as, you know, your average everyday brother is doing. You got these guys who will date women, not marry them, just have children with them. They'll have all these side pieces and they will have unprotected relations with these particular females. Okay. And they will produce children. And that's what happened in Reggie Bush's case. Now, he did it with this female by the name of Monique Esposito. I did a video about her a while ago. She was actually sleeping with a bunch of different ex and current athletes at the same time. I believe Alonzo Mourning, I believe she was trying to conceive with him, and that didn't work out. You know, lucky for him. But it did happen with Reggie. Out of all the dudes that she was trying to get a kid by, it happened with him. And she's putting up posts trying to diss him because she's claiming that he's being an absentee father. She's claiming he's an absentee father to a child that was a oops baby. But a lot of that responsibility is on Reggie's shoulders because, one, Reggie's a married man. He has children with his wife. He should not be sleeping with a woman unprotected. You bear the brunt of that. And now you have to deal with a disgruntled baby mother. Okay? So Reggie wrote this post. He had put up his picture with him and his son. He says, this is the love I never got from my real dad growing up, and I always wondered why. But instead of crying about it, I suppressed it. Football taught me to never show weakness, to always tough it out, to kill those emotions such as crying, because that's what it meant to be a man. Or so I thought. The effects were rough and it left a lot of anger and resentment in my heart, and it almost killed me. I never really learned from a man how to face my fears head on and overcome them. I never really learned how to be a man from a man. Much of who I am today, I learned through football and the men I watched in it. The issue with that is those men were just as broken as me, so I picked up a lot of bad habits and lost a lot of my character within the sport. I think what he's referring to is his infidelities. You know, because Reggie talked about how even though he was one of the most popular athletes in college football, he never went to parties. Whether y'all want to believe him is your prerogative, but he has spoken about he has spoken that in college he didn't go to parties like that. You know, he was a football and an academics guy. He was more focused on getting to the NFL, which actually helped him because he always was dynamic on the field. You know, as I grew older, I realized my dad never had his dad in his life. In fact, my dad just met his dad for the first time about 5 years ago. My dad is 53, and wouldn't you know it, my grandfather has lived in LA this whole time. They met once and my grandfather kept it moving. My dad is born and raised in South Central LA and went to Crenshaw High School, so LA has always been a big part of my life growing up. Because see, Reggie actually grew up in San Diego. He grew up in San Diego. But that's the gist of the post. Hold on, there's another line in the post here. The problem in America right now is this story is very common for a lot of young black boys. I am just one of millions. I hope this message helps some kids out there. You don't have to allow your upbringing to hold you back, which is very good. It is very good of him to acknowledge that and to acknowledge his past deeds. I think that once again, you know, he's speaking on his upbringing. A lot of us grew up without our fathers. You know, my parents divorced when I was really young, you know, but my father was always there, you know. But you still want that person in the household who can be there for you, who could, you know, you can reach. I mean, it's not like I couldn't talk to my father. I could, but you need somebody that's there in the household to basically be able to be that man in the household that you can look up to every single day, you know. And I think a lot of young boys miss that. A lot of these young men growing up now, they don't even know who their father is. Don't even know who their father is, you know. And I'm assuming that the baby's mother saw the post, okay, because I believe she stalks his social media, watching how happy he is with his wife, you know, and how much better looking his wife is than her, and how much his family dynamic is, you know what I'm saying, and how he seemed to be happy with them, you know. So she decided to post, I believe on her social media, she put up a picture of the son that she has with Reggie, right? And she put, your upbringing is all my bringing, papi lindo, all mommy. Esos es todo, mommy and Preston. You know, she's Spanish, people, so I'm trying to get through this as much English as I can. Now, people are saying that she's putting that up as a response to Reggie. I think this Monique female has to understand that she was a side chick. And not only was she a side chick, she was very unsuccessful trying to get an NBA player baby. She was literally dating a guy who was okay with her sleeping around. No, I believe she was married. She was a married woman sleeping around with a bunch of these athletes trying to get either money for abortions or money to or like child support. You know, that was the hustle her and her husband was doing. And the fact that she's trying to bring morality in the situation when she was happy to be Reggie's side piece, it just shows you that a lot of these chicks don't have accountability. They don't. You are a married woman sleeping around with pro athletes trying to get a baby, and you lucked out with Reggie. Reggie literally paid this woman $3 million, okay, to not have, you know, to not take the pregnancy to full term. She took the money and didn't do that. So I can honestly say in that situation, Reggie knew that it would be a mistake having a kid with her, not only because he's a married man, but because he knows that she's going to be after his money. And yes, she has been after his money. But you have to control what you do, Reggie. You know, I did a video called What Black Men Can Learn from Reggie Bush. I may have to go look for that video and find it and link y'all to it. Because no matter if you're a pro athlete or not, you have a lot of males who didn't have fathers in their lives who are out here getting multiple women impregnated because they don't have any control over themselves. as far as sleeping around. They don't have any discipline. They don't care that these women are having all their kids. There's a guy, there's an NBA player, and I may still make a video on him. He just recently had 2 kids with 2 different women. And overall, this guy has 4 kids by 4 baby mamas. And he's only 28 years old, and he's only making $3 million a year. I'm telling you right now, in a couple of years, he's going to be begging a judge to lower child support, because his situation may be okay now, but those women are going to get disgruntled. And that's what happens. You got baby mom. Listen, if you're not sleeping with your baby mama, giving your baby mama some D every now and then, and you're not making her a priority, you're not sliding her some money, she's going to get disgruntled. She's going to get disgruntled. And then you're going to have a situation on your hands that is going to be dysfunctional. This woman parades this young boy all over her Instagram. She even has, I don't know if that's her longtime husband, new boyfriend, but she has this, Reggie's, illegitimate kid with her with him in photos, as if he's the father. And what I don't understand is women are so quick to put these kids in the face of other men in their lives. I don't understand it. To show off for social media? You are a side piece. What is there to show off? What exactly are you trying to show off? How are you winning in this situation? You need to really morally check yourself, because you did a lot of dirt and you did a lot to get to where you are now, as far as you getting money out of Reggie and as far as you having his kid. Because out of all those athletes you were messing around with, he was dumb enough to get you pregnant. And that is always going to be on his conscience. And I think that's why he's always trying to be a better man and father, because you will always be the mistake that pushed him forward to be a better man. And sometimes you need that reality check in your life to get you on the right path. If you're looking for an app as a black person and you want to connect with other black people, well, the Black Social app is here. It's an absolutely a great app on Android and Apple. And make sure y'all go and check it out, man.